What do you think about Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter, the slogan is true, but it is very narrow the way it's presented.
In this powerful interview, Jesse Lee Peterson and Pastor Gino Jennings dive into the controversial topic of Black Lives Matter, providing deep insights and challenging perspectives. Today, we take a closer look at an important discussion between Jesse Lee Peterson and Pastor Gino Jennings, centered on the Black Lives Matter movement.
The Black Lives Matter group has been fighting to be heard since 2013, and the phrase itself is now being...
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on Truth Seeker Hub are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs or stance of the channel or its affiliates. All content is intended for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. We encourage viewers to critically analyze the information presented, seek out multiple perspectives, and engage in respectful discussions. Truth Seeker Hub is dedicated to providing thought-provoking content while promoting independent thinking and responsible dialogue.
What do you think about Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter, the slogan is true, but it is very narrow the way it's presented.
Yeah.
What I mean is this. I was on another talk show and I said these words. It is hypocritical for black brothers and sisters to flood the streets when a black person is killed by a white cop. But yet the same anger, the same frustration is not produced on the same scale when black may kill each other.
Yeah.
Pastor Jennings, a man known for his no-nonsense biblical approach, shares his candid thoughts on the movement's slogan, hypocrisy, and the issues of selective outrage in today's society.
If Black Lives Matter, then a man should not be beating his woman. If Black Lives Matter, then our black brothers should not desert their families. If Black Lives Matter, our black brothers should be willing to work and take care of their children and not go on a baby making spree and then refuse to take care of any of them.
Are you surprised, as I am, that in today's Black America, that they would even follow a bunch of fat black radical lesbians? The Black Lives Matter organization, it was founded by a bunch of fat black radical lesbians who hate God, who hate the nuclear family, who hate unborn children. They are trained Marxists. They have said that themselves. Are you surprised to see black people following those kind of folks?
No.
You're not surprised?
Not at all.
Why not?
Because if you look at the nature of the human family, many of them will follow evil before they'll follow good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because evil works in favor with our carnal way of thinking, and good work against our way of thinking, which is God, who demands us to make a change. So no, I'm not surprised.
Pastor Jennings begins by acknowledging the truth in the phrase, Black Lives Matter. He agrees that black lives are indeed precious and should be valued. However, he emphasizes that this message must apply universally, not selectively. In his critique, Pastor Jennings highlights the glaring inconsistency. While the movement protests police brutality, it remains silent on the rampant violence within the black community itself. He calls out the hypocrisy, stating that if Black Lives Matter is truly concerned with preserving black lives, it should stand equally against all forms of violence, whether it comes from law enforcement or within the community. In this thought-provoking exchange, Pastor Jennings stresses the importance of self-accountability, urging people to take responsibility for their actions. He reminds us that meaningful change begins within our own communities. Instead of focusing solely on external forces, Pastor Jennings calls for an internal transformation, rooted in biblical principles and upliftment of one another. Through his bold and unapologetic stance, Pastor Gino Jennings leaves us with a critical message. If we are to truly honor black lives, we must value them in every situation and take responsibility to improve our own communities. Stay tuned for more deep discussions, and remember, the truth may challenge us, but it can also set us free.
If I'm going to charge a white group and they are found guilty of burning down one of our churches, and then black men come and burn down another one of our churches, what group is better?
That's right. That's right.
What group is righteous?
That's right.
In that deed, what group is righteous?
That's right.
You can't say that a black man is justified because he wasn't burning buildings down as long as white folk. Burning and losing property is burning and losing property.
That's right.
I want to say, well, how can you justify that, Pastor Jennings? The Bible says this: all unrighteousness
is sin.
Is what?
Is sin. In 1 John chapter 5 and verse 17.
God. And 1 John chapter 5.
And verse 17.
Verse 17.
All unrighteousness.
How much of it?
All unrighteousness.
All things that are not right.
Is sin.
Is wrong.
Is sin. All unrighteousness.
All of it.
That's right. That's right.
If you found value in this video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our future posts. Explore our other videos currently displayed on screen. Remember to live a life pleasing to God, filled with prayer and fasting. Thank you for watching.
So if you've enjoyed this episode of Truth Seeker Hub, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for upcoming posts. Thank you for watching.